Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome everyone to Pronto for the purpose of acknowledging the wonderful work of our students and the members of Pronto. Today is a shining example of how the community of Brentwood and Central Islip can come together in a moment of crisis and truly help their neighbors. I'd like to take this time to introduce the owner of all deposits of Long Island, Christopher Sidoti.
Hello, good afternoon. Thank you all for coming here today and supporting our cause for the efforts for all the victims of the coronavirus. I'd also like to thank Pronto of Long Island and the Brentwood School District in helping us raise over $3,000 in making the efforts of the community to work together and give us the ability to raise the money in bottles and cans and working together. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chris. At this point in time, I would like to welcome Deputy Majority Leader, Assemblyman Phil Ramos of the 6th Assembly District of New York State.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's start off with a big round of applause for these young people who took time out to do what they needed to do for their community. I want to thank you, truly thank you, on behalf of the towns of Brentwood and Central Islip. I welcome everybody as well to Pronto here, another organization who's done wonderful work. Thank you for all those who are attending. Please be conscious of social distancing while we're doing this press conference. It's real important that all citizens in our community practice that, because we in Brentwood and Central Islip have been ground zero for the coronavirus. And we have been affected, literally thousands of people have been infected by this. We have lost hundreds of people, have lost their lives. And what we see here today is the converging of several segments of our community to do what's in all of us, and that is the goodwill that exists in Brentwood and Central Islip. Today, we see the converging of our educational system and our young students coming here to do this on their own, to collect bottles to the tune of $3,000 to be able to donate to Pronto, to be able, who in turn works day in and day out to feed our community, to feed those who have been affected by the virus. And most importantly, what we're seeing is the convergence of not only the educational system and our students and the nonprofit sector, but we're seeing that the private sector, that our businesses, that Peter Sidoti and his father and his son and Christopher have joined together to do what's right. Now, this business, and I know he's too humble to say this, but I got to say that his business, the beverage store, has been an institution in Brentwood for as far back as I can remember. And I want to thank you for not only today, but for the years of service. I remember back when I was a police officer, how you guys used to support the police and always be there for our community. And I want to thank you. I also want to thank the collaboration of the town of Islip. Today we have Martin Bellew of the Department of Environmental Control here. The town of Islip has also been instrumental in the middle of this crisis. You know, to the students, again, I love to see this. We all love to see this because our young people here grow up around negativity. They see negativity in the press. Rarely do young people here get positive press. We hear a lot of reporting when there's gang members killing people. We see negative things happening here. When somebody dies, they come out. But when young people do good things like they have done today, we don't see as much press. I want to thank the press for coming out to covering what's good about our community. You know, yes. You know, the difference to the young people, I tell you that the difference between an average citizen and greatness, I believe, is humanity. The fact that you have taken your time, your personal time, to help your community at a time when people in Brentwood and CI are dying. When you took the time to collect bottles on the street, to find an innovative way to raise money jointly with the private sector, the fact that you did that tells us all that greatness lies in each and every one of you. May God bless you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all the good work that you have done. And I am proud and to be waiting to see more greatness coming from the young people here and the leadership that lies inside of you. Thank you. May God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Assemblyman Ramos, for those incredible and inspiring words. At this point in time, I'd like to pass the mic over to Superintendent Richard Lawson to talk a couple of words about this incredible effort.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I also would like to thank Pronto for their incredible generosity to the Brentwood Central Islip community, not just in this time of the pandemic, but they're always there for us, and they are an incredible, incredible part of this community, and we are eternally grateful for how generous and kind they are. Then I want to thank Mr. Otley, and I want to thank Ms. Kosta, who are two teachers who have run the collection of these bottles for the last few years, and they have done a tremendous job motivating these students. And as Mr. Ramos said, that these students are just wonderful. They are passionate, they are kind, they are thoughtful, they are energetic, and they do think of their community at all times, and especially at times of an emergency like we're in currently. And I want to say that I'm also anxious to see, as Mr. Ramos said, anxious to see how they will progress through lives, because I do believe they are going to be our future leaders. I'm heartened. I am always heartened when I'm together with these Brentwood kids, because they show us how they think outside the box. They think of the world, not just the one that they're in, but the greater world. And they are always giving, and they're always kind, and they're always passionate, and they're always loving, and they make me incredibly proud to be part of this community. So once again, I'd like to thank everybody, for being here today. It's a great partnership that we have with not just the Brentwood High School and the entire school community, but also Pronto and the businesses in this surrounding area. So thank you very much for being here. Let me turn the mic back over.
Thank you. Thank you very much. At this point, we would like to hand the microphone over to the Science Department Chair, Jennifer Kosta. Jennifer?
Thank you so much. I first want to say how proud I am of our students, and I am so thankful you came out to show everyone what it really means to be Brentwood Strong. This is all about you, and you are our future, and I thank you for being here. I'd also like to say that I am honored to be a part of something that allows us to give back to Pronto, an organization that gives so much to this Brentwood community, and I am sincerely humbled by everything everyone has done here. So thank you all, and thanks again, kids.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. At this point, I'd like to introduce someone that was absolutely instrumental to making this happen. Dennis Otley has been at the head of this program for now over 9 years. I've seen him in action. He's not afraid to get dirty. He's not afraid to get in the trenches. He's a true leader. He has led this program, and he is the one who is mostly responsible for allowing this to be an incredible event and be able to donate this money to the Pronto Community Center. So please, a big round of applause for Dennis Otley.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the kind words, but really this is a collaborative effort of teachers, administrators, community members, particularly Mr. Sidoti, and essentially the students. We've been doing this for 9 years, but this is not the first time we've donated. We generate lots of money every year. We take solid waste right out of the landfill and recycle it, and with that we generate money, which we donate the majority of to charitable causes. At the high school, we've donated to food pantries there. We've donated to students in need. We've donated a lot of causes. We've actually donated to Pronto before. This is by far our largest donation. We thought it was appropriate. But it really is the students at the center here. modeling the behavior that we should all model in terms of recycling, and particularly now giving, if you have the means, to places like Pronto or your local food pantry. So with that said, I would like to call up Ephraim Portillo. He's one of our instrumental members, one of our hardest working sorters, baggers, counters, carriers, and I'd like to reward him with a $250 scholarship from the recycling of the bottles and cans here at Brentwood High School. So Ephraim, can you come on up?
My name is Ephraim Portillo, and I'm here to say thank you for the check for $250. I appreciate it very much. Mostly, I came to this club just to help to clean the school, mostly to help the future generations have a cleaner school, to have a cleaner environment to study in and to just walk in. I feel like this world is kind of getting more dirtier by the minute, and I feel like we should clean it because we live in here. This is our environment, and I feel like we should always clean it, keep it clean. And yeah, thank you very much to Mr. Otley and to everyone involved with this. And thank you.
You know what? Sorry. One more thing. I apologize. There is another young lady who I awarded a $250 scholarship. She was not able to be here, but I'd like to recognize her at this time. Her name is Erneve Blott, and she is a true leader just like Ephraim, and without her efforts, the recycling club wouldn't be where it is today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dennis. Ladies and gentlemen, I would just like to take this time to say that this is a truly incredible program, and we cannot thank you enough, both members from the town of Islip, our brave members in government for pulling this together, and members on the front line of Pronto, Brentwood High School. Together, we are turning material that would have otherwise been worthless and ended up in our landfills and polluted our oceans, and we're turning it into new hope. I hope that across Long Island, programs like this will spring up. At this point in time, I'd like to introduce the president of Pronto, Vivian Hart. Vivian.
Thank you, everyone for being here today. Look at how many of us have come together to recognize the students of Brentwood High School. We need more of this. We need this more often. We need to promote the goodwill of these children and, well, young adults, as you can see, and the efforts that they are making to make our community better. They are the generation that's going to take us forward, and we appreciate your help. And we also want to thank, on behalf of the Board of Directors of Pronto of Long Island, the staff, the volunteers, we cannot thank you enough for choosing us to make this great donation. We thank you so much for your efforts. They mean so much more to us as an organization that are boots on the ground every day serving the community. The money that you have given to us is going to go a long, long way, believe it. And your efforts and the efforts of Peter Sidoti and your whole team, we just want to say we are so grateful. And Phil Ramos, Assemblyman Ramos, I want to thank you for recommending us to Peter Sidoti and to the Brentwood School for us to be the recipients of this great donation. Thank you so much.